Okay, students, let's continue with this Banker's algorithm. Okay, now Banker's algorithm okay, there's a few terms you have to know, but first of all, Banker's algorithm, you should know that it is to identify whether or not is it a safe or the unsafe state. Later, I will talk about how do you actually know is it safe or unsafe. But before that, you have to know one thing, a few terms, okay, that will actually keep on not actually keep on knowing it, but there will be a few terms that you must know. Oh shit, what's going on again? Stay in the okay. Now for this part, what happened? Okay. I just write down the notes over where lah. Okay, I just write the note over the top part lah. Okay. Where's my pen Hello. Jangan kasi lag. Cannot work. What happened Okay, so you have to know about the available. Available is one. You have to know about allocated. You have to know about max. And you have to know about need. Okay, so available is what are the resources that is available now? Okay, what are the processes that is available? Hey, wait, my sheets didn't write. Oh, I forgot to specify here. Okay, the available, let me check. What is the question? Sorry, guys. Damn, I actually write that available here. I just did it. Ouch. Okay, there's actually available. It's just that I didn't look into it. Over here, you have the available resources. Okay, available resources simple means that what are the resources that you have over here or now that is not being used or not being occupied by any of the tasks, okay, or processes. Okay 就是你有的没有在被用着的 available is the resources that you are really having it now, owning it now, that is not being used by any of the processes. That is called available. Now, allocated, you will see over here that is allocated. Little, got allocated. Got one allocated. So this allocated resource somehow is your available resource also. It's just that currently this resource is being allocated to the process. They are holding it. Okay, so you can understand them as they are holding it for the allocated. It's actually, if let's say process one is already done, right? This allocated resource, you will add it back to your available one because this allocated resource is your available resource. It's just that currently they are not available because you already let the process to hold it. Okay, so I already talked about available and then I talk about allocated. Available is the one that you really having it, not used by any process. Allocated is, it is somehow your resources, but it is not available because you already allocate it to the process and they're holding it. But that resource belongs to you as well. It's just being used or in whole by the process. Okay? Done, available done, allocated done. Now, max. Okay, what does it mean by max is, okay, for the particular processes, all max means all of the resources that is need so that I can complete the process. Example for process one here. Max resources, which means in order for me to complete the process one, I need 5A, 5B, and 1C. So max resources somehow act like the total resources that you must have in order to finish a process. Okay, so this is max. Maximum, or we say total resources that you need to complete the process. Okay, now you might wondering, okay lah, you say available is what I have and then the process is not using. Then you say allocated is what the resources I have but the process is using. And then the max is the resources for one process in order to complete them well, right? Then what is need? Okay, now need, normally they'll ask you to calculate the need. Okay, available, allocated, max, you already know. Now needs. So for needs is actually, because you see, Maximum is all, or we say the total resources that is needed to finish this process 1, right? Okay, remember just now I said allocated. It actually is your resource. It is actually a resource, but you already let the CPU, let the CPU, you already let the process to have it or own it to be used. You already let the process to hold it. So your need is going to be how many total resources you need minus by how many your available resources that you actually borrow to the process already, which is your allocated resources. Okay, so in order to determine the safe state or unsafe state, okay, definitely you have to calculate your need first. First step first, we calculate our needs, okay? So the need formula is you use total how many the process need, okay? So you have the total of resources required by a process, right? Then you see how many resources you already give it to all this process. So which is going to be your allocated lah. You see how many resources you actually already give it to all the process. Okay, so you deduct this, you are going to get the need. Okay, if you cannot understand what I'm talking, never mind, you just follow the calculation first. Okay, kasi lang dyan, So over here, we got 3 resources ABC, right? And then you got 3 process, which is process 1, process 2, and process 3, right? Okay, now I try to talk here. Okay, for process 1, for me to complete it, right, I need 5A. But currently for the resources that I already give to process 1 in A, right, is 0, which means this process 1 doesn't own any resources of A at all. So the need for process 1 is 5 because I haven't give it any A and it need 5A. So 5 lor, still 5A still in missing. Okay. Now for process 1, in order to complete, they need 5 instance of B, or we say 5 resources from B. Okay, but you see, I already allocate 5 resources to B already. So 5 minus 5, you need 5, I already give you 5, so you don't need you don't need another, like, mean you don't have to add in another B already, right? So you got a 0 here. Okay, can follow? I mean, what am I asking? You guys are not even here. Okay, so I hope you can follow. Yeah, so for the C, okay, C, they need 1 to complete, but there is only 0 being allocated. So I need 1, you haven't allocated me anything, so I still need 1 lah. What are you talking here? Okay, so for process B, same. I need 3A, but I already allocate 2A for them. So they need 3, I already give 2, they left 1 needed lah. And for B, they need process 2 need 3B, but I already allocate 2B, so they only need 1, another 1. Same goes to C lah, 3 and a 2. 3 minus 2, 1. Now you know how to do calculation already, right? So for this part also, 3 minus 3, 0. Wait, let me use my mouse. So 3 minus 3, 0. 3 minus 3, 0. 3 minus 2, 1. So you get here, 0, 0, 1. So this is your need. Okay, if you can calculate ini, bagus. You sudah siap first part. So after you done first part already, right? Now, to go into the safe or unsafe state, okay, you're going to look into something. We have to see our available resources. Is our available resources able to compute, or we say able to execute all of these processes? You see, now you already calculate, you know how many resources they still need so that they can finish the process, right? But over here, I tell you that, okay, now you're actually going to deal with, let me just review it. You're going to deal with the available. Okay? Yeah, available. Okay? Over here, let me just do it in green. Green. Okay. Okay, available. For A, for B, and C. Now, initially, I told you that you are going to have 0, 0, 1, right? So, you see, process 1, they need 5A, 0, 1, 0B, 1C. Initially, your available only have 0, 0, 1. Do you think you can execute P1? Okay, B no need anything. B, you got nothing here. C need 1. C, you got 1. But A, you got 0, right? A, you got 0. And then here, the need of process 1 is 5A. So, at this point, you are not able to execute process 1. You see that? Okay. What about process 2? 1, 1, 1. Okay, they need 1, 1. But you don't have 1A, you don't have 1B. You cannot execute process 2 as well. Now, you see C, process C block. Process 3, they need 0, 0, 1. Oh, yeah, I got 1C. You need 1C. Then I can process the C first, right? So you write here, process not process C, process tree. Okay, so need process tree. I can execute a process tree over here. And think this, I am able to execute on process tree. And initially, I already allocate 3A to process tree, 3B to process tree, and 2C to process tree. So after I complete or I done execution of process tree, which means I'm going to add my available, because 3 already done, now release already, I got 3A, 3B, and because I got 2C over here, right? And initially I already have 1C being used here. So I'm going to do a 1 plus 2, which I got 3 as well. You see that? So we can actually start off, okay, to be in safe state, we can start off with the process tree. Now, process tree done already. My current, or is it up to date available is 3, 3, 3, 3A, 3B, 3C. So can I execute process 1, 501? Cannot, because I need 5A, but my available, the latest available is only 3A. What about process 2? Yes, 111 I can execute. So we follow by the process 2 of 111, that actually just imagine 333 then being used here 111. So after you're done with this, you better don't tell me your process 2 after you complete process 2 is 444. I get my slipper to hoot you, I tell you. Okay? You better refer back to the allocated one here. Up here, okay, the allocated one. So allocated, I already allocated 2A to process 2 before. So I'm going to add 2 for here. 3 plus 2, you got 5. And then here also 2, so I got 5. And then 3 plus another 2 as well, so I got 5. So your process 2 is also done in a safe state as well, because your available is greater than your need. Okay, now the next one, which is process 1. 501, and now I have 5A, 5B, 5C. Yes, enough to execute. I got enough resources, or we say I have enough available resources to execute process 1. So imagine I execute for 501, okay? So this 555 resources being used up. So refer back to here. Process 1, I already allocated 5B only, which means my available after I done will be 5, 10, 5. Okay, just that simple. So this is going to be my available. But you see, because the question already asks you to justify, okay, justify this safe or unsafe state. Okay, so you can say that this is a safe state. Okay, and then now how to justify is when sorry, this is not justification. This is just to tell you the theory. Theory, I read it here better. Okay, it is safe if, okay, if your available is greater than your need. So if you see your available here 333 right? If your need is just 111 is greater so it's safe. But if 333, right, and then the last step is 501, do you think it is safe? No, that it is not safe anymore, right? So over here, this is safe state, and then you can say that, we can process the process 3 first, followed by process 2, and then followed by process 1. That's it. Okay, so with that being said, we are actually counting with all the calculation here. Okay, we're actually extracted out. And for the theory part, let me try to post it in the classroom so that you guys know. Let's see if we're able to make another sessions online one, because this time is really quite urgent and I don't have enough time to organize it. So I do the recording session. If you have any question, you can reach me out through the. It's better to WhatsApp me so I can reply on time as well. Okay, so roughly that's the thing. Anything you need clarification, just come to me. Okay. All right. So with that being said, let me see. Is there anything I left out? Should be not much thing I left out over here. All you have to do is just practice, do more. If you want to get past here to work on it, go ahead as well. Yeah, nothing much I can say over here. So I shall see you on my next session, and then all the best in your studies.